Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing this Chevy Tahoe with the RST Performance Package. Before we get into this video though, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Chevy here in Murray, Utah for giving me some time with this Tahoe. This particular one is still available for sale for the time being, so if you're interested, I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Nick and Gage. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 14 around town and then 18 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. And looks like we got this performance air intake. Looks pretty cool. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see we've got some pretty distinctive lines. The white paint does hide it a little bit though. Really cool LED headlights here, and look at the daytime running light down below, and then the whole grille is blacked out, which is pretty sweet. Got the Chevy bow tie also blacked out. You can see some parking sensor action here at the bottom. Putting it all together, this definitely has a really cool sporty appearance. Coming around the side here, tire wheel setup is 275, 55, 20 in the front and over in the rear as well. You can see the wheels are all blacked out, and I do like the design. I think it looks pretty cool. And then look at the brake caliper there in red, definitely pops. I've always been a fan of the fender here on the Tahoe. The cut looks so cool, and you got our Tahoe logo, and then look at the mirror, how it's two-tone black and white. We got the fixed side steps here, and then all the trim, by the way, it's all blacked out around the windows. And then here's your full side view with this Tahoe RST. Let me know what you think. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock function, our lock function, remote start, the opening for the hatch, and then the opening for just the window, and we'll press that a couple times. It'll pop it open, and then Chevy bow tie on the back. Now, popping inside, you guys can see with the Tahoe, you've got the smaller cargo area behind the third row. If you want more cargo area, you obviously go for the Suburban, but we do have these buttons here to raise and lower the third row. The second row, you can only lower it down, and then we do have an outlet right next to all of it. And then popping up top, press that little button, and that will lower everything down. Now here are the taillights with the Tahoe. I've always been a fan of how they look. If you actually connect them together, they kind of make the Chevy bow tie, which is cool. And then notice how that's all blacked out, and then this trim as well. And then of course we got our RST badge here on the back. Parking sensors on the bottom, then you got your bezel that covers the receiver hitch, and then look at the exhaust tips, super sporty. Wrapping things up, let me know what you guys think about the overall style in this RST package, but I think this is just how the Tahoe should look because it's just a sporty, full-size SUV. Now, taking a look at the door panel here, you guys can see the red stitching that goes across, and look at the trim down below. You can see more red stitching, and all of the padding and everything looks great. And then we've got the speaker here for the Bose sound system. And then taking a look at the seat, you guys can see the stitching, and then look at the trim here. Notice that's perforated all down the center. And then we've got our adjustments here on the side. Legroom here in the back is pretty solid. We got a little storage pocket, some cup holder action, and then you guys can see with the climate controls down below, we got our own climate zone here in the back, heated seats, USB ports as well. And then headroom here in the second row is also good. Now in the third row, legroom's pretty decent, and then a headroom is also good. I do get some amenities, got some cup holder action, and then you guys can see a little USB. And then the seats back here actually look just as nice as the seats in the second row, as you can see, with all the perforations, the stitching, all that fun stuff. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the red stitching, look at the trim down below, and all of the rest of the padding. We do have our memory seat function here. We've got our window controls, front two are automatic. Got all of your mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in, and then there's a quick look at them. Boom, front seat, pretty cool. Look at the stitching, and then notice how it's perforated all down the center. You've got your power adjustments here on the side. And look at these fancy pedals. It's pretty exciting. We've got our light controls right here, and we have our drive mode select with our drive line select. So you've got your auto 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and then you've got your hill climb assist. Parking brake up above, lane departure, stability control, parking sensors, 360 camera system, auto stop start, and then the steering wheel is power adjustable. So here is the steering wheel. We've got nice leather trim all around. We've got the red contrasted stitching as well. Radio controls on the back, controls for the center stack. We've got our voice command controls, adaptive cruise control, heated steering wheel button on the steering wheel. Then you got your little turn signal stock. Now you got this full digital gauge cluster just like other Tahoes, and we do have our drive mode select, which is kind of exciting. So you've got your sport mode, off-road mode, your tow haul mode that you can go into, so quite a bit of drive modes. So in reverse, this does have Chevy's full 360 camera system, as you can see. So you can see out of every single angle with the truck. Resolution on it is great as well. As for the rest of the infotainment system, we have the shortcut bar here on the side, and then you can see that the screen responds really well. We do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. Gear selector right here, and then you got like a little manual mode, and then I do like this trim. I think it looks pretty snazzy. And then of course we got the random little storage thing here. Yeah, that trim continues on the dash, and then also it's padded up top as well with the red stitching. So it just looks very premium. Analog radio controls down below, dual zone climate controls as well. You got heated seats here, and then you can see all the charging ports, and then we do have a wireless phone charging pad, some cup holder action, and then look at the center console with all the stitching and everything. Then you can see the storage, and then popping over the glove box, yeah, good storage space right there as well. And then up top we basically have these controls to lower down the seats, and then that's just for the hatch and then your garage door opener. Now taking a look at the window sticker here with the RST, you guys can see all the standard equipment. Notice we've got a mechanical limited slip differential. It's something that's important for performance, right? Base MSRP, $65,300. This RST Performance Edition, $8,875. And you guys can see all of the rest of the stuff that comes with this package. It's quite a bit. And then anyways, total MSRP, $78,915. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear. And I don't think this one has, yeah, this one just has the regular mirror, it doesn't have the camera mirror. But anyways, let's set off in this RST Performance. And let's see if this is everything that we hope it will be. So first off, seats are pretty dang comfortable, actually. It would be cool to have ventilated function right now, because it's summertime, pretty toasty, but you know, ain't too bad. Actually getting up and moving on the road. First off, ride quality, really comfortable. Now again, you got to remember this one doesn't have like the fancy air suspension and all that, and so it's impressive it's this comfortable, but it does benefit from the fact that it's got independent suspension front and rear, and it's a longer wheelbase vehicle as well, which always helps out. Ha, that was loud. It's crazy how loud. Have all the windows? No, the windows are all closed. It's interesting that it was like that audible. But yeah, aside from that, good torque from the engine. You know, in terms of like this compared to regular Tahoe, I'm not really noticing a difference so far. It seems like it's all normal Tahoe with the 6.2 V8 so far. Yes, we'll pop it over into the sport mode here if we make it over the train tracks. But let's see how the suspension is first. Pretty solid. Okay, let's see if this really is performance. Feels like regular 6.2. It's louder though. It is louder. It's the only thing I'm noticing is the difference. It just seems like there's a little more sound. So let's sum things up with this RST Performance. So I love the looks of it. I think it looks great. Interior on this, I also really like this. It's like a sporty themed interior. I think they did a great job. Now, does it actually add performance? I think it's questionable. Sounds louder, but it doesn't really accelerate. Yeah, it's just regular 6.2. So, you know, I don't think this is a controversial opinion. I think this is what everyone would want. I think that Chevy should give us a real performance Tahoe, aka a Tahoe V, right? Take the Escalade V engine and throw that in the Tahoe. Probably never do that, sadly, but that would be so cool. I still think this is a cool package, but you know, this is what I call one of those all show and no go packages, where it says it's performance, but it doesn't really add to the performance in what I would consider a meaningful way. But again, it looks cool. I'd rather have this than a Tahoe without this package, right? So let me know what you guys think about the RST Performance, and let me know if you think Chevy should throw the Escalade V engine in this, because I think they should. Like, okay, this thing's $80,000. I'm I'm thinking this, the only thing this is really missing is, you know, ventilated seats. So what, that's another like, what, an automaker can charge like a couple $100 for that. So let's just say $80,000. And then that engine, let's say you have to throw in another $25,000. Yeah, okay, $105,000. That sounds reasonable to me. Let me know if Chevy made a Tahoe with the supercharged 6.2 liter V8, charged about $105,000. Would you buy it? Yes or no? I'll see you guys.